Hello, I'm the Cartoon Gentleman, bringing you Organized Chaos. Now let's see, what episode of My Little Pony are we on again?
What is ticking?
Ah, yes, I see. The episode where Twilight goes insane. AKA, Lesson 0. The episode begins with Twilight preparing for the day as usual, trying to show off to Spike just how perfect she really is. Because, you know, those last two episodes definitely show exactly how smart you can actually be. Right? I mean, seriously, if I could solve those riddles as easily as I could, Twilight should have had no problem. She's the fucking princess of friendship. Well, actually, this is predating, but she's still Celestia's star student. The episode continues with Twilight and Spike going through their checklist on all the things they need to do today, for apparently they're meeting the main six for a picnic. Now, I do have to admit, I kind of miss Spike's little wit and sarcastic remarks here and there. But, you know, whatever. I know there's a lot of people out there who complain there's not enough Spike, and that the episodes involving Spike usually fall flat, but to tell you the truth, he's just sort of a minor character. It's like if I gave up my position to any of my supporting cast. Right, supporting cast?
Yeah, like none of us have any of our own opinions.
And how side characters should just remain in the background.
I'm gonna poison your next meal.
You can try. Well, the next thing on her agenda is grab cupcakes. So she goes to the cakes in order to get a cupcake batch she ordered. But Mrs. Cake, like a boss, gave Twilight a baker's dozen instead of an even 12, which promotes Twilight's OCD to kick in when some of the icing is getting unfairly given to others, and so she quickly remakes the cupcakes to where they barely have any icing at all. Which is kind of a weird detail, but hey, at least they're all even. Huh. She made every single one of the cupcakes completely symmetrical with each other. Where was this Twilight during the Discord arc? Seriously, this Twilight may have an OCD problem, but at least this one's smart! Okay. I promise I won't mention the Discord Twilight anymore. It just frustrates me when characters are completely rewritten and for the sake of the plot. Thankfully, there's none of that this episode. I think. Is there? So, when it seems like they have everything done, Spike inadvertently promotes Twilight's OCD by saying they didn't send a friendship letter to Princess Celestia this week. Which Twilight, of course, has a mental breakdown about, because she has to send one every single week. Wait, she's actually obligated to do this? Like, I thought this was just some sort of fun little quirk that her and Celestia do in order to keep in contact from across Ponyville to Canterlot. This is actually homework? Dear God, Celestia, you are one cruel son of a bitch! Well, Twilight's overthinking and paranoia get the best of her, so she pretty much completely forgets about her plan with her friends and starts going off and trying to search for a friendship problem to solve. And it results in about as well as you'd expect. Everyone do the epic fail dance. So, first thing she goes to is go to Rarity, the instant magnet for all sorts of drama. So naturally she would probably have a friendship problem, right? Well, of sorts. Let's just say if any one of Twilight's friends is a stereotypical pony who instantly cries because she lost a bit of ribbon, then yes, it would be Rarity. And yes, that's what happened. So, with Rarity out of the question, she goes immediately to Applejack and Rainbow Dash, which it appears they're having a brawl. And Rainbow Dash is destroying the barn. God. Applejack's barn is the equivalent of the Xavier Academy. It just gets destroyed every other weekend. But when Twilight tries to consult Rainbow Dash about why she's destroying the barn, apparently Applejack asked her to do it. Because it was an old rundown barn, and she needed it destroyed in order to build a new one. Sorry, Twilight. Looks like you're gonna have to find another one. But Coincidentally, at least the very much, you get to see a tactical nuke sonic rain boom. That meme will never get old. So, with nothing else to do, Twilight proceeds to go to her ace in the hole, Fluttershy. So naturally she has some sort of fear to get over, because we haven't got enough of those episodes. Let's see, this is Season 2 Fluttershy, so I'm sure there's got to be some sort of fear she has to get over, right? What the fuck, Fluttershy? You could do that? And yet you're afraid of flying fast? Thank you, Disembodied Hand. I needed that. So, with all of her outlets pretty much exhausted, Twilight begins to have a serious mental breakdown, consulting herself through a pond, trying to figure things out as fast as possible, and genuinely being very much paranoia. Now, being a laid-back dude myself, I'm not sure if I can really understand the super amount of stress Twilight's going through, but I have to admit that even I have been drastically nervous about things and letting my imagination go through. In fact, just today, I just found out that I'm going to be attending a stage performance at Otakon 2017, and I've never actually done a stage performance at 2017 Otakon, and I am freaking out because, who knows, I may not be funny, maybe I am funny, maybe I'm overthinking things, maybe I'm getting stressed out, maybe the people won't like me, maybe this, maybe that, maybe I won't be liked, maybe I won't be recognized. Thank you, Disembodied Hand. You're a true friend. Well, since she can't turn to her friends to find a friendship problem, she then does the next best thing. Consult her friends about having a friendship problem, and seeing what they can do to help. And what do they do in response?
No offense, Sugar Cube, but it looks like some ponies getting themselves all worked up over nothing.
What a load of bitches! Your friend is having a serious crisis, at least serious to her, and you won't even attempt to comfort her? You laugh right in her face? At least Celestia was relating to it with the laughing back in Season 7, which hasn't happened yet, but still, fuck you guys! So Twilight has officially gone off the deep end. She's gone completely insane and decided that if she can't find a friendship problem, she'll make one. And how will she do that? By causing a fight between the pre-cutie marked CMC. Because nothing promotes violence like children. Okay, Twilight, I have to admit, this isn't the best plan. At some degree, think this through. I mean, if you're gonna have children fighting each other, let me in on it. I'll sell tickets. Sell some popcorn. I'll split you 50-50. Of course, when her friendship problem ultimately fails at getting recognized as a problem, Twilight, of course, makes it a problem by doing what else? Doing a mind control spell, making her plushie completely desired by all. And when I say all, I mean by all.
Get a clear shot.
Wow. I was just kind of expecting that irreversible damage type thing. But the entire town end on it? This is even better. So, with Twilight's time officially up, Princess Celestia comes bursting in, going, "Oh, hell no!" She reverses the damage of Twilight's spell, to some degree. And she then proceeds to take Twilight in order to school her in her own library. And now her friends care about her. No, no, no. You five can stay the fuck out of this. You have already proven that you don't care enough about Twilight to care about each and every one of her little problems. Or at the very least, one she's really stressed out about. You can physically tell she's stressed out about it, and you wouldn't help her. I ragged on Twilight's character for being rewritten to be a bit dumber in Discord's episodes. But your old characters were rewritten way worse than her. Pre-Discord Twilight, I am sorry. You did not deserve all the hate. All that hate should be delivered to these five. But Princess Celestia begins to engage in the fact that Twilight doesn't have to send a letter of lessons learned every single week. And says that just as long as she stays in touch, it's alright. And now she's even given the other main five homework to do as part of her new lesson plan. So this way, not only can they all participate in the What I Learned Today spiel, but we also don't have to have entirely shoehorned in Twilight episodes. Because if I'm perfectly honest, that was kind of a big issue in Season 1, just shoehorning in Twilight whenever it wasn't needed. And so the episode ends with the main six gathered in order to share the lesson of the day. And the one thing I can take from this episode is Spike is gonna have one hell of a writer's cramp from now on. You know, from all the letters. This episode is crazy. Not crazy in a Pinkie Pie way, but more crazy in character development way. It was developing a crazy character. I like the fact that Twilight is showing a little bit more intelligence this episode, and even giving us a glimpse into her psyche as part of her OCD problem. And of course, it was always good to see Princess Sunbutt doing her supporting role of what she should be doing, not taking part in the episode more than just a humble guide. The biggest drawback for me this episode was Twilight's friends. Again, I mentioned earlier that I hate it when characters get completely rewritten in order to service a plot. And this episode definitely did that for them. It's a discredit to the character if you rewrite them just for the sake of conveniencing the plot. The plot shouldn't shape the character. The characters should shape the plot.
You dumb bitch.
That's right. Did your voice change?
You didn't see me. I was never here.
That was weird. At any rate, I'm the Cartoon Gentleman. I brought you organized chaos, and I will see you next week for Luna Eclipsed. Or this Thursday for whatever the hell I'm reviewing this Thursday. Haven't decided yet. Red vs. Blue didn't turn out too well. Alright, see you then. And I was serious about that Otakon bit. For anybody who wants to chat me up, I'll be at Otakon this year. Just clarifying. So, when it seems like they have everything done they need to get done and are prepared to spend some time with their friends, Twike. Yes, Twike. Meet everyone's new greatest pony dragon. His name is Twike. Do not turn that into a fanfiction ship. That is my word.